Two-time world longboard champ Joel Tudor passed the torch today to Hawaii's Kaniela Stewart at the Longboard Classic, New York. The 43-year-old surf icon swapped boards with Stewart in the dying minutes of their heat.
For me, I was just here to participate and watch a new generation come in, so I passed the baton to him. So that was the more proud loss I've ever had in my life, and one of the better endings to an awesome surf career.
The ISA World Surfing Games continued with the United States' Caroline Marks posting the highest heat total for the second consecutive day. Brazil's Tatiana Weston Webb also got in the action with a 9.77 wave score. The games, held in Japan, have Olympic qualification implications. Australia's Matt Banting is now sitting in the top 5 of the QS after a solid finish in Spain. The comeback hasn't been easy for Banting, who fell off the CT at the end of 2016 due to an injury. But look no further than his latest video drop to see how in form Banting looks. We'd like to wish a very happy birthday, Ha'oli Lahanau, to Seth Moniz, turning 22 today. Australia's Stephanie Gilmore recently sat down with Rolling Stone magazine for their video series, The First Time. The 7-time world champ talked about some of her most important first experiences in life, including her title win at age 19 and performing live with the iconic songwriter Jimmy Buffett.
The first time I played music, or I played the guitar on stage, was with Jimmy Buffett and Kelly Slater, which is so funny.
The latest installment of the WSL's girls program, The Rising Tides, went down this weekend in Long Beach, New York. 2012 World Longboard champ Kaniela Moniz was on hand to help inspire the next generation of female surfers.
Some of these girls will have relationships through this event forever now, and that's what surfing's done for me. I have some of the best friends in the world from different parts of the world. It's just so special to be able to be a part of an event like this.
Florida's Nate BEHL just inked a deal with VOLCOM. Expect big things from this underground charger as he chases giant swells with the iconic stone sticker on his board. This morning, 7 of America's best up-and-coming surfers arrived at the surf ranch to determine the women's wild card for the Freshwater Pro. After a heated battle, it was Gabriela BRYAN from Hawaii whose top score solidified her spot into this year's CT competition.
Thank you. Thank you. It's just an awesome experience, but to be in the contest, so excited and I can't wait.
Defending World Longboard champ Steven Sawyer continues his blitz on the Longboard Classic New York yesterday, advancing into the quarterfinals. We caught up with the stylish South African to get his thoughts on competing in the Big Apple.
The city's beautiful. I stayed in Queens my first night. Mind blowing. I was like, dude, I saw Friends. That's where they were, right there. But so far, the vibes have been amazing, you know. Guys are so hospitable here. It's like I've got an extended family this side, you know.
In 2020, the WSL will launch the Challenger Series, a new level of competition providing athletes more opportunities to qualify for the championship tour. The premium events will exist as part of the overall qualifying series, increasing the number of 10,000 points events from 6 to 7 for the men and from 2 to 4 for the women. Los Angeles filmmaker Hunter Martinez just launched his independent project, Lost in Thought. This film features incredible footage from Indonesia, Portugal, Southern California, and more.
In a victory for Hawaii, it was Honolua, Blomfield, and Kaniela Stewart winning the New York Longboard Classic. After placing second in Noosa and Galacia, Blomfield finally took down rival Chloe Kalman in their third final matchup of 2019. And Stewart's win marked his first ever in a World Longboard Tour event. Stewart slid into victory on his 9.6 Michael Takayama board, and Blomfield rode a heavy single fin for the first time in her WSL career. Congratulations to both of these Hawaiian surfers.
And number one, the first big win on the WSL for the Hawaiian, Kaniela Stewart.
Hurricane Dorian was one of the strongest storms ever recorded in the Atlantic Basin. The system delivered some epic waves to select spots on the East Coast, including Florida, New Jersey, and New York, but the waves came with a heavy cost, devastating the Bahamas and the Southeast US. Waves for Water has mobilized to provide clean water services to the region, and to find out how you can get involved and contribute, go to wavesforwater.org.
Peru's Sofía Mulánovich has won the 2019 ISA World Surfing Games in Miyazaki, Japan. The 36-year-old who won the WSL World title in 2004 was joined on the podium by CT surfers Silvana Lima, Bianca Butendog, and Carissa Moore. Participation in the ISA Worlds is required for any Olympic surfing hopeful. The men are in the water today, so you can go to isasurf.org to catch all the action. Alex Knost's newest surf film, Tan Madonna, has arrived on the Vans YouTube page. The Costa Mesa Style Master and Vans team rider is known for his explosive footwork on boards ranging from logs to bonzers. Featuring an eclectic soundtrack performed by Knost, this film should be viewed with the volume cranked up. The Longboard Classic New York is wrapped, and there are now 2 Hawaiian surfers in the running for the World Longboard title. The event saw classic East Coast hurricane swell, and Kaniela Stewart and Honolua Blomfield took advantage, winning the contest and moving up to the number 2 spot on their respective leaderboards. Next stop, the tour heads to Taiwan to crown a world champ this December. It's official. Italo Ferreira has reached legend status after his maneuver at the ISA Worlds in Japan. He ran into a small problem on his way to the beach. His passport was stolen, his travel was delayed, and he didn't have any boards. So what did he do? With 9 minutes left in his heat, he grabbed Felipe Toledo's sled, jumped in the water with the clothes he was wearing, and went to work. After winning, Josh Kerr remarked, "Wouldn't expect anything less." And finally, South African Style Master MIKEY February just dropped a brand new edit on his Vimeo page titled Mexico. Be amazed as you watch February jump between his twinny and his shortboard and absolutely rip apart his right-hander in Selena Cruz. Gabriel Medina is the man with the momentum. He won at J-Bay, he finaled at Chopu, and he's the defending Surf Ranch event winner. We dove into his specialty ranch quiver with shaper Johnny Cabianca, including his 510s for the left and 511s for the right.
This model is very special for all over the world, in all conditions, waves. This is what he's gonna use in the ranch.
The Freshwater Pro, presented by Outer Known, is just 1 week away, so keep it right here for updates. For all you goofy foot enthusiasts, Nick Von Rupp just dropped a brand new YouTube edit featuring an epic 4-day swell at Desert Point. The Portuguese tube hunter took a break from charging cold water slabs to chase some warm water Indo perfection.
In terms of creating content and at deserts and perfect waves in general, I feel like it's just dreamy, you know, seeing a perfect left, someone getting barreled and riding it well, just makes people dream and makes me dream too for the next session.
Today, on the anniversary of the September 11th attacks, the Long Beach, New York surf community paddled out in remembrance. The wildcards for the Freshwater Pro, presented by Outerknown, have been announced. Young San Clemente stars Cade Matson and Crosby Colapinto have secured the 2 men's spots, and Hawaii's Gabriela BRYAN nabbed the women's spot after winning the Rising Tides trials. BRYAN spoke to WSL and commented, "I was beyond excited when I got a call from Jesse and Miley Dyer. To be in the contest as my first CT is super cool."
What does it feel like to be in that conversation and then have the wildcard opportunity?
Yeah, to have the opportunity just to surf in the surf ranch is like insane because I get to surf with my brother in it, and it's just like something we've been talking about our whole life. If Griffin and I draw each other and eat, that'll be pretty fun. We both want to make it. So,
who do you think's the biggest threat you're going to have to overcome at the Freshwater Pro?
Honestly, I think brother, because I've seen like how much work he's put in, and yeah, he's insane out there. Last year he looked really good, and yeah, I'm looking forward to watching too. I know I'm in the event, but I just want to really just watch and like learn from those guys too.
All 3 surfers are 18 and under, and this will be their first appearance on the championship tour. The comp starts on September 19th, and to learn more about these surfers, head to worldsurfleague.com. It's been absolutely firing for the MEDINA'S Pro this week. One of the most iconic waves in Indo, the right-hand reef at Lagundri Bay has been a dream destination since the 70s. It features prominently in William Finnegan's Pulitzer-winning book, Barbarian Days. Standouts from the event so far include 18-year-old Micah Margison, son of power surfer Brendan Margot Margison, who won the MEDINA'S Pro back in '96. Young Micah has been making Dad proud. Leonardo Fioravanti is back in the water. After blowing out his shoulder during a free surf session at Margaret River earlier this year, the 21-year-old Italian has recently been seen riding a soft top and enjoying the ride. So rad to see you out there, Leo. From soft tops to foils, check the legend from Hawaii, Laird Hamilton, flying at 10-foot cloud break in Fiji during a recent swell.
The Freshwater Pro, presented by Outerknown, is a week away. Can Gabriel, Medina, and Carissa Moore defend their victories? Both have been in Japan competing in the ISA World Surfing Games and are carrying a ton of momentum. Moore is currently #1 in the world after her win at the Corona Open J-Bay. While Medina, who also won in South Africa and finaled in Tahiti, sits 4th on the men's Jeep leaderboard. He's undefeated in Lemoore, but he'll have to get by world #1 Felipe Toledo if he hopes to keep that streak going. The Freshwater Pro, presented by Outerknown, gets underway September 19th.
Now Medina winding up, corrupt flip into the flat.
After scoring the swell of the year at Skeleton Bay last month, Hawaii's Koa Smith just dropped a new YouTube edit. Koa teamed up with master lensman Chris Rogers to bring you some never-before-seen angles of the Namibian jewel. Here's Koa for more on the edit.
I just launched a new edit from one of my favorite places in the world, Namibia. Oh my God, look at that wow! It is pretty cool. I'm pretty stoked. If you're not in the barrel, there's some visions that might make you feel like you are in the barrel. So, hope you guys enjoy. I hope you have a beautiful day. Aloha.
As we get down to the business end of things here at the 2019 ISA World Surfing Games presented by Vans, the standouts are clear. The GOAT, Kelly Slater, has been absolutely ripping on a 5'5" twin fin shaped by Aquila Aipa. Slater will match up against Kolohe Andino and Portugal's Frederico Moraes in the upcoming semifinal. On the other side of the draw, we've got Gabriel Medina and Italo Ferreira matching up with a hard-charging Moroccan in Ramzi Boukiem. Really cool to see countrymen doing battle with each other, sometimes utilizing teamwork to make it through these incredibly tough heats. As reported by Stab Magazine, the Siggy guys, Taylor and Ben, just put their original cigarette surfboard up for charity auction and raised an unprecedented $21,000. While kind of gross but highly effective, this surfboard was made with a custom top and bottom sheet containing used cigarette butts collected on the beach. This 20 was also ridden by Jack Johnson to increase awareness and visibility of the Siggy Surfboard project. These boards were designed to shed light on coastal conservation and ocean awareness, and a few of them will be on display at next week's Freshwater Pro presented by Outerknown.
Check this thing out. This is all made out of cigarettes. Everybody come over, they'd always want to feel it and be like, what the? That's crazy.
Got a new edit alert, this time coming from 16-year-old Australian surf phenom, Oscar Langburn. His new drop titled Dancing Barefoot shows us that the future of surfing is in good hands.
Smooth and timeless surfing with progressive, I reckon that's sick.
It's been a wild ride here in Miyazaki, Japan at the 2019 ISA World Surfing Games presented by Vans. Today is finals day, and everybody is talking about round 7, heat 75 in the men's main event. This heat features Kelly Slater, Kolohe Andino, Italo Ferreira, and Gabriel Medina. The losing two surfers will have to battle their way back through the repechage rounds. As it stands right now, Team USA is in second place behind a hard-hitting Team Brazil. You can go to isasurf.org for all the updates. In the wake of Hurricane Dorian, the Waves for Water crew has landed in the Bahamas to lend a helping hand. Connecting the hardest hit communities in the islands, their goal is to provide access to clean water. We caught up with Waves for Water founder John Rose to see how the mission is going.
The hardest hit islands, there's nowhere like this. There's literally not 1 inch that is untouched. You can't even necessarily bring supplies in to some of these areas because there's nowhere to store them. I have my Clean Water Corps team down there, which is our military veteran division. And these guys are down there running point, leading the charge, building our local networks for the months ahead.
So how can the viewers, how can they help? What's the best medium for them to do so?
Really just donations help the most at this point. Just go to wavesforwater.org and contribute to our Bahamas release.
After posting up in the Bukit, Nathan Florence and friends have dropped a brand new edit titled Uluwatu Hell Time with Friends. With appearances by Koa Smith, John Pizell, and others, it's safe to say this crew had a hell of a time in Bali. And now, your moment to remember.